Hello and welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and today we are playing some WRC9 on the Xbox Series X. So the point of this video is because I've seen the question asked a few times now if you are from older gamers that are interested in getting into sim racing. So I'm in my 40s, just barely. I'm going to be 41. I'm going to be 41 in October. So I would consider myself a middle-aged gamer. And I have been doing sim racing now for just over 2 years. I don't compete and I don't go out of my way to challenge people online or any of that stuff. Basically, I'm still learning and still trying to get better at this sport. To me, this is relaxing. I get to drive any car I want in the world from the comfort of my house for the low cost of, a couple $1,000. You could buy a good sim rig and a setup, and you can basically drive any virtual car that you've ever dreamed or wanted to. I really love rally racing. This is probably my go-to vehicle sport. It's been really fun over the years, and you get better at it. You start to learn more as time goes. I'm probably going to be driving terrible because I'm talking, so bear with me. And I'm still learning this car. This is the Audi, the 1984 Audi. This car is a freaking beast. It's so fun. It sounds so good. The course I'm driving is a long one in Poland. This course is pretty cool. I think this was the last one they added to this game before they stopped supporting it. And then we also have Finland that they redesigned some tracks on. These are new redesigned tracks for a location that's already been in the game, which is pretty cool. I do like this new layout for these tracks. It's really freaking nice. We got Japan in this year, so that was pretty cool. We do have WRC 10 that launches tomorrow in the UK. So as soon as the clock hits 2 a.m., probably right after this rally here, I will probably be able to start playing that game and making videos on it. But yeah, okay, so let's get back to the thing at hand. You're an older gamer. You want to get into sim racing. You're not sure how to do that. Okay, so think about this. You're an older gamer, so you have more time than money. I mean, you have more money than time now because you're an older gamer. So you probably got a career. You probably got things going good. So buying a $2,000 sim setup, a rig, a nice cockpit. The wheel of your choice. Me personally, I am using the Thrustmaster TX. I did buy, when I first got into it, I did opt for the cheaper versions of them, the TMX and the T300, so that I could play on both my PlayStation 4 and my Xbox. But I found those to leave. I found that to leave me wanting. With the TX, which is the next step up, it's just a little bit more expensive. Well, I mean, you could be into this wheel like $800 depending. Well, but you can mix and match the stuff that goes with this. You can get your shifter, you can get a different set of pedals, you can get different rims for your racing. So if you want F1, you can buy an F1 rim. If you want rally, you can buy a rally rim. You can basically buy whatever rim you want for it. There are other brands on the market, but I've never used those, so I cannot speak about those. The Fanatic or Fanatec or however they say that. Me personally, I have been perfectly okay with Thrustmaster. Thrustmaster works just fine. I have never used the Logitech either. I hear that they are both competitive and both good, but I have used the Thrustmaster now for over 2 years, and I am 100% satisfied with the experience that I've gotten out of it. There are more expensive options like direct drive wheels. There's so much to get lost in and confused by. There's lots. Every sim racer is going to have a different setup. Every sim racer is going to swear that theirs is the best. I do not swear that Thrustmaster is the best. It gets the job done. That's all I'm saying. It's gotten the job done. It's cost effective. It gives me the experience that I want, and I'm not left wanting. Like, I thoroughly enjoy my experience playing with this wheel setup every single time I get on it. It works great across all motorsports. I can do F1 in this, I can do rally in this game, or on this wheel setup, and I can do GT racing. Basically everything. You play Forza Horizon with this game, with this setup. Everything works fine. It works good. Yeah. I don't necessarily think you're going to gain any on times or anything by having a more expensive setup. I just think you're going to spend more money for something different, you know. And it all really is what it's going to boil down to, is your taste at the end. What is really going to, you know, make you happy. This setup that I've got, I'm about $1,500 into it. After, you know, buying, you know, my own wheels, or my own pedals. You know, you can get the base for the Thrustmaster TX. You can actually buy the TSXW now for the Xbox as a base model. So then they have the new load cell pedals. I have the T3PA Pro pedals, so I can invert them, which I really like. That's really good. I do not know how easy it would be to get to replicate the setup that I have now, but I don't know. I don't know if they're still making those Pro pedals. I know that they're doing the load cell now, and they're $200. So, all in all, if you do the TSXW setup, you're going to be into that. You know, you're going to be about $700. $700 for the wheel setup, and that's the top of the line that Thrustmaster has right now. The TX model, you're going to be about, you know, $500 into it, and then I wouldn't even worry about the TMX. I would just go straight for a mid tier, and you should be fine. The cockpit, I got this play seat one I got for about $400. It's been perfectly fine. Did have to spend another $100 for the seat slider, which I'm glad I did, because before buying that, I was about ready to just buy a whole new cockpit. But the seat slider definitely saved me. Makes it so I've got, you know, because this play seat, if you're over 6 foot tall, it's going to be a struggle without the slider. But once you get the slider, everything is perfect. It does have the center shaft. I would definitely recommend against a center shaft for your wheel. Get one of the ones that straddles. There's a couple from Next Level Racing. They're about $800, but those look pretty cool. Yeah, just get yourself a good mid setup, a good mid tier setup, and start learning. Everything else doesn't matter. The cost of everything that you buy for it, it doesn't matter. You are going to have to learn how to do this on basic. I mean, there's plenty of videos online. You can always leave a comment in my comments, you know, and if you want me to explain something. But yeah, a lot of this you're gonna have to learn on your own. A lot of this you're going to have to, you know, get used to the equipment, get used to setting it up and using it. You're going to have to learn how to tweak the settings inside your game to give you the overall feel that you want while playing. And yeah, it's not as hard as you might think. It is pretty natural, like driving a car, but there are some things that you're going to want to learn. I highly recommend that the first game you buy with this is Assetto Corsa Competizione, and then, because that one there is probably the one that's taught me the most. It's taught me the best, you know, the best overall control of car. And every game that you play is going to make you better for every other game that you play. Driving a rally car is going to make you better on the track, believe it or not. Driving a track car is going to make you better. Well, I don't necessarily think that, because my problem with rally racing, the reason why I'm not hitting super hard times, is because I do kind of drive like I'm on a track. So, yeah, I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing, so I'm not really doing that great. But yeah, for the most part, this is a longer track, so I'm definitely over talking. But yeah, if you're an older gamer, yeah, dude, sim racing is amazing. This takes freaking playing racing games from playing a game to an actual hobby that you can get better at, that you can achieve a lot more greatness and sense of satisfaction than playing these games with a controller. I highly recommend getting into sim racing. And you're older, you deserve this now. You deserve to be able to play this game the way you want. And it's just like with playing golf. The more you spend, I mean, like, there's gonna be like nice equipment out there to get. You can be as frugal as you want in sim racing, or you can just go out and buy the best stuff that you can. Me personally, I'm perfectly okay with what I got. I like this setup. I might upgrade it here in the future. I haven't really decided yet on if I want to continue to climb the world's best setup ladder or not. I don't really have any Joneses living by me, so I don't necessarily feel the need to consistently upgrade my equipment. So yeah, as it sits right now, I'm happy with my equipment, and I think you would be. I believe that sim racing is definitely the future of driving video games. It feels more natural. It's a lot better. It's definitely funner than playing on a controller. I mean, you can basically still get the same feeling as you would on a controller by using your left foot for brakes. You could still have that finer control over your gas and your brake. There's so much more control over your throttle. Everything just feels better. Like it is much better. Depending on the game, the physics, this is really immersive too. Like, you're really immersed in the experience.
Left 4 into right 3.
It feels good. It looks great. I highly recommend cockpit view. Don't play around in the other views. Just learn how to do the cockpit view. It's so much better. I really do. I'm grateful that I decided to start sim racing when I did. Yeah, this has been an amazing experience. I do it a lot more often. I like to play these. I do buy a lot of racing games. I buy almost every single one that comes out. The only thing I don't ever really take part in is NASCAR. But everything else, yeah, I'm definitely on board for all the other racing and stuff. F1 is probably not my exact favorite, but I do still partake in it. Rally, like I said earlier, rallying is my favorite. This is the one that tests me the most. Ugh. This one here is definitely I would say this one here is probably the hardest to learn. I still haven't exactly nailed it yet. I'm still really on my brakes a lot, and but I'm getting a lot better. Learning how to control these cars better through the slides, and that has really it's gotten much better. Like, I'm not crashing as much as I used to. Like, there's a learning curve. Don't get me wrong. There's definitely a learning curve on sim racing. Before you know it, you'll be beating your times on a controller. You'll be pretty good on a controller, and then before you know it, you're beating your times with a sim rig, and you're feeling way more immersed in the experience. Way more. It's far more immersive than playing on a controller. And yeah, dude, it doesn't matter how old you are. I figure if you can drive a real car, and you can and you can move the equipment and set it up and get it hooked up, you can sim race. You can definitely sim race at basically any age. And this is far more rewarding than playing on a controller. A lot more. You can feel the car. You can feel the movements of it. Oh man, this thing is a beast when you get it going. But yeah, this game is great. Sim racing is great. I highly recommend if you're an older gamer, yeah, definitely get into it. Definitely spend some money, spend some time, get yourself a good handful of games, and start learning how to sim race. If you want to be competitive, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of competitive out there. Most of the people that are really competitive are going to be on the PC, but yeah, if you're just into consoles, yeah, this is great experience. So if you like this content, if you found it helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you.